This is the moment.
The Bachelorette is back. And the power
I'm gonna fall in love.
is in Jen's hands.
And I'm gonna do it my way.
ABC Mondays.
Everything about her is great.
I feel so special.
Jen's looking like a queen.
My men are very, very hot.
Someone call 911. You are looking so fired.
This is the beginning of a new era.
The Bachelorette. All new Mondays, 8, 7 Central on ABC. And stream on Hulu.
Savaged Unfiltered.
This program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
There we go again. More technical problems. We live in the 21st century.
Savaged Unfiltered.
Not only should we not be supporting them, but we gave $30 billion. Did you know we gave $30 billion this week, Jen?
Your host, Michael Gardner. Like a Hellcat.
Alrighty, guys. Welcome to today's show. Welcome, guys. We have a really awesome show for you guys today. I'm going to be bringing in here momentarily the host of her show, The Curious Girl Diaries, for part 2, Miss Layla London, guys. She will be back on the show here momentarily. Like I said, about another 5-6 minutes, give or take. Guys, before we dig in, I want to say thank you to Joseph for putting up with me with just yesterday's ordeal of what was going on the back burner of the show yesterday. I ran into some crazy stuff yesterday. I had a flight, damn near missed my flight.
Ow!
And well, this was in Birmingham, right? We got to play a rewind, guys. This was back in Birmingham, where I damn near almost missed my flight, and it was supposed to be 20 minutes. 20 minutes turned into fucking 4 hours. They say on the loudspeaker there in Birmingham,
There's
Alabama.
a huge threat on Twitter.
You know, it's like, excuse me, folks. We're due to what was the words? I'm trying to remember the words. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to catch up on sleep this week. It's a bitch, I'm telling you. Oh, insolent weather, right? Is that how they say it, Shaky? Yeah, insolent weather. Due to insolent weather, we are going to delay the flights going into Orlando and points east within the next 4 hours due to a drastic ice storm moving through the region. Please stand by for further instructions. And that's what we heard for like the last 4 hours. So I got stuck in Birmingham, Alabama for 4 fucking hours. And I'm telling you, it was a bitch. A damn bitch. But, you know, I'm back here in Florida, back here in the studio, guys. And we got a lot going on today. Like I said, Layla London on the show today for part 2. We're going to get a little bit more raw, a little bit more uncut. Unfiltered. It's gonna be a damn good show, guys. Yeah. Damn good show. Also, yesterday's show. If everybody checked into yesterday's show, I had with Joseph. Man, that was a damn good show yesterday. With Joseph, we got into isms. I mean, just everything. You know what's affecting the snowflake heart of the sensitive individuals out there, right? They're constantly. They're constantly upset about everything, right? It's this, it's that, it's tit for tat, right? Tit for tat. You say something that you break their little hearts. So, I'm telling you. But what can you do? What can you do? You can only do so much, you know, obviously. All right. So, but is everybody ready for today? Everybody ready for today? I'm gonna read off this little bio here of Layla because, folks, if you haven't seen part 1, I got to play catch up with my listening base. Obviously, you know, some people don't always catch the first episode or the first series of that show, so a little bit about it, folks. I'm going to read this here. I got my my notes that Shaky gave me. Thanks very much, buddy. You know, Shaky, I have to say, buddy, you are on top of everything today. You're on top of everything today, Shaky. And I have to applaud you for that, buddy. Usually you're fucking late on everything.
Savaged Unfiltered.
But you're good. You're good to go. So with that being said, guys, we're about to. I know I've been saying it time after time, but you know I have to say this, you know, and everything else. But I see her in the digital green room, so we'll bring her in momentarily, guys. But the guest that I have on, for those who missed part one, it was a damn good show. We got into some sexuality, just everything, guys. Some crazy stuff. She dove into some of her stories, some of her journals, some of her diaries that she expresses on her show, her podcast, the Curious Girl Diaries podcast, which is available all over the fucking place, guys. All over the fucking place. But without further ado, guys, I don't want to hold my guest up hanging too much longer. Layla, welcome to the show. How's everything going?
Hi there. It's going well. How are you?
I'm doing good. Don't mind the ugly mug. We're doing some promo cuts here for the show, so you might see me in and out of camera, you know, because Shaky says I got to do the promo cut. So I'm like, all right, no problem. So
No problem.
anyways, welcome back for part two with Layla London. How was your Christmas?
It was nice. It was pretty low key, but that's part of it. You know, I enjoy just winding down and relaxing and spending time with friends and family. So definitely got that in.
Yeah. Well, my Christmas sucked, by the way.
Why?
Well, why? Let's. I'll give you the short story. All right.
Okay.
I have family in northern Georgia, up near the mountains, northwest Georgia, where you know parts of Tennessee and a little bit of Alabama hug each other there in that state, in that part of the state.
Yeah.
And I was traveling up there. Everything was great, you know, except for the weather. The weather sucked. I was freezing my nuts off, and it was like 20 degrees outside. Well, I was inside, but you get the drift.
Yes.
But that part was fine. You know, family time is always good. But coming back was the bitch. I was supposed to have a 25-minute layover in Birmingham, Alabama, which turned into 4 fucking hours.
Oh, no.
I'm like, oh my God, now I'm in like the middle of hillbilly heaven here, you know, and I'm surrounded by people that are, you know, like, I mean, you know, I don't want to be rude, but, you know, I think Birmingham is like the hillbilly capital of the country.
Oh,
and,
is it that? Come on. Is it really?
Oh, it is. It is.
I've never been
terrible.
there. Oh, I feel
terrible.
bad.
I mean, even the downtown part, Layla, it's like it's stuck in the past, you know, with 1920s, 50s written all over it. I'm at this little rinky-dinky airport, and I'm like, all right, 25 minutes, not too bad. All of a sudden, when the 25-minute part comes up, I get a PA system announcement that comes on. Attention passengers, those who are flying east towards Florida and parts of South Carolina, and your flight has been delayed by 4 hours due to ice conditions. Please stand by for further instructions. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. So 4 hours I was there. I didn't get home yesterday. I finally got home, actually. Instead of 2:30 or 3 o'clock of the time I was supposed to be home in the morning, it turned into a 6:30 a.m. where I touched down in Orlando, Florida. And I'm like, son of a bitch, this sucks. God.
Well, you know what? It could have been worse. Were you on Southwest?
No, I was on Frontier.
Oh, Frontier. Okay. Well,
I
think
fly Frontier. They suck.
I think they do suck. But I think right now people flying Southwest are sucking even more.
Yeah. Well, why is that? Well, what's wrong with Southwest?
Oh, you haven't been watching the news? They have some big problem going on right now. They canceled. I don't know. I was catching the the news brief. I mean, thousands of flights, I think, delayed, canceled. They can't get. Some people don't have their luggage. I mean, it's like massive company wide.
Savaged Unfiltered.
Problem. It's not just like one or two flights. Yeah, they're having a big issue. I don't know. I just, like I said, I just caught a little bit of it. Haven't dug in. I don't know what's driving it, but they're definitely struggling right now.
Damn. Well, I got a flight. I'm supposed to be going up to Milwaukee for a movie shoot because I do movie shoots in between my shows here. I'm usually it's like movie extras. You know what I mean? I don't really bedazzle into the big scenes because it's just a pain in the ass and I don't want to deal with high production stuff. But Shaky, we're not flying Southwest next week, are we? No? Okay. Shaky says we're flying Frontier again. I hope Frontier gives me a better experience. Fucking Frontier.
Yeah.
Well, they gave me 25% off for my inconvenience, they told me. I was like, what? That doesn't even handle the damn taxes, for Christ's sakes. What the hell? But
well, better than nothing, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I think that's that's not very generous, but, at least it's something. I'm sure if you would have made a stink, they would have, I think that's their first offer. If you took their first offer, you didn't negotiate long enough with them.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, I work with usually Universal and smaller like B-line production companies. So hopefully it's a very nice experience flying up to the Milwaukee area. It's not my favorite city of the country, but I'm going to be there for 3 days for a movie shoot. I'm committed, so that's the deal. But
all right.
So Layla,
yes.
Since the last time we spoke to you, how's everything going? I caught a couple of your episodes, actually, the last couple episodes. The one that you had on previously, I think it was dated, timestamped the 24th. I actually like that one.
What was it about? I record these in advance, so you gotta remember.
Shaky shaking his head. My producer, manager of the show, he's like, dude, you're talking to a woman. She doesn't even know what the hell she's recording. I was like, no, she's a busy woman. Calm down, Shaky.
Yeah. Yeah. Easy, Shaky. I'm about ready to set this straight here. I have my shit together. I record ahead of time, and the stuff that I'm talking about, is usually about a month in the past. So, and I also have a private podcast that I do, which is different content. So forgive me if I don't remember what, the last episode posted was about.
Oh, well, this one was entitled The Ins and Outs of My Vagina.
Oh, that was not me. So that was a guest. That's a Saturday episode.
Oh, Saturday. Oh, you know what? I did remember that. Yeah, you actually yelled. Folks, she yelled at me. We were supposed to do like some promoting here. And she's
I did. I'm
get that shit off the poster. That's not me.
Get your facts straight. Listen, if you're promoting me, you don't promote my guests. Promote me.
Yeah. Well, that's Shaky's fault because Shaky does all that. He's fucking had to put up posters all incorrect and everything, and we took it down right away. And Layla, I guess Layla I apologize, and I guess you accepted my apologies.
Oh yeah, shit happens. I get it. It's fine. But I wanted to make sure you knew. Hey, that's not me. That's not my voice. That's my guest.
Yeah. So the one you did yesterday.
Yes.
That was the 27th. Those are the Tuesday ones with you, right?
The 27th? Yes.
Yeah, the new dating app energy or something like
that. Oh,
right.
Oh, yes. I'm on a new dating app, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's blowing up. I'm, because I'm new on there, and it's a lot of thirsty guys, and boom, there's like all of a sudden.
What do you mean?
300.
When you say thirsty guys, what's thirsty guys to you?
Well, so I think it's commonly known that on most of these apps, it's probably like a 9-to-1 ratio. For every 9 guys, there's 1 woman. And maybe it's 9 to 0.5 women or 9.5 men to 2.5 women, because there's so many fake women profiles on there. I don't know why that happens. So these poor guys, there's a bunch of guys on these dating apps, and then they're looking for real women, and a lot of those profiles are fake, or they're trying to, the women are trying to get you over to their OnlyFans accounts, or just want you to buy their premium content, that kind of a thing. And so, guys that are looking for real women have a hard time. But if you are a real woman, such as myself, your inbox is just going to be hammered. I mean, I've got 300, since I'm on this new app, I've got 300 messages.
Oh, wow.
I mean, there's no way
That's a lot.
That's a fuck ton. There's no way to get through all of that, but it's fun and exciting. And I have been very vigorously going through, pushing guys through my process, my funnel of
funnel? Okay.
My funnel. Yes, it's a fucking dating funnel. Absolutely.
Tell us about this dating funnel. I'm not aware of, like, Layla, you got to remember, I'm like 40 years old, so the last dating site I was probably on was probably the early 2000s when fucking MySpace was around. So, what the fuck is a dating funnel? What is that?
I call it. That's what I call it.
I'm not sure what a dating funnel is.
It's very much like a sales funnel. It's like you have to be pouring prospects into the top for one to drop out, for one to actually land. So yeah, basically the process is this. So, guys jump in my inbox. I'm trying to get through all the messages, open them up. And the ding-a-lings, the ones with bad one-liners or dick pics, they just get deleted. And then I start looking at reading the profiles, because women do read the profiles. Men don't, but women read the profiles. And then if I like them, then I'll start chatting with them. And then very quickly, I want to get off the app and I want to start chatting. I use a burner number, and it's an app that just gives you a fake number. And then that way you can have all of your potentials that you're looking to maybe hook up with or date. You have them all in one area so that nobody gets sent the wrong thing. I did actually one time years ago send my mom something that you would not want your mom to get. Yeah, a text. Yeah. So when that happened, I was like, oh, fuck, I have to move. Okay, this can't happen again. Like, this is really embarrassing. So I started using a burner.
I can imagine what your mother was thinking at that time.
I think I tried to roll out of it, but I don't know if it worked. I was like trying to say, oh my God, I know. Can you believe that, Mom? I made it sound like it was me talking about one of my other friends, or that I was cutting and pasting something that somebody said. Like I was sending Susie's text to Marianne or something like that, and she was just like, I don't know if she bought it or not, but I didn't have to see her face because it was over text. So that was good.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine like the don't you ever do that again. Don't you ever send me this again. Oh boy.
Well, it was about threesomes too. So my mom was like, oh my God, are you doing this stuff?
Yes, Mom. It's my life. It's my passion. Please accept it.
Yeah. Well, she didn't know. She had no clue. So that's some things you just you want to keep separate from your mom. But anyway, so then I do, once they're in, once I'm chatting with them, then I want to very quickly do a video call, because I want to confirm that they're not catfishing me, that they're not, 10 years older than the pictures they posted, which happens a lot. And then after that, then I'll meet them in person.
Yeah. Yeah, I find that a lot on Instagram. You mentioned bots or, like fake women and stuff. I see that a lot on Instagram, where I constantly get we get a lot of requests that come in, like, oh, this wants to be your, wants to follow you and this and that. I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, 5 followers. Or Shaky looks at it, 5 followers, 10 followers. And then I'm like, this is not even a real person.
Yeah, no, I know. It's crazy, really. I don't even know how, there's so many, I guess they call them spam bots, whatever. I have no clue, but there's a lot of them out there. Yeah. I've seen, on the dating apps, I've seen the fake female profiles. They're so obvious. It's like one picture, it says something about, wanting to find true love or some shit like that. And,
Yeah.
and then, and it's like, okay. And some gorgeous bombshell woman, and it's like, oh, come on. This is so fake. But
it's not the person. It's I mean, definitely, it's photoshopped from, somebody else's profile or something,
Right. Yeah, they stole that picture from someone else's Facebook page or something like that. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, you got to be very careful about that stuff. But so then I meet him, and then if there's chemistry, then we decide to set up a real date and get it on. I just had 2 meet and greets yesterday that were very positive.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Great. The guy I had lunch with, I'm definitely going to see him. And then I met with a couple that I'm interested in, and I really like them too. I'm actually very excited about the couple. That's a new one for me.
Yeah, I was going to say a couple. Like, how would that's going to be very difficult, to obtain the chemistry between both of them, don't you think?
Well, yes, this is why it's taken me this long to finally find a couple I'm interested in, but I think I finally found it. It is hard. It's hard. You have to kind of like both of them. And I don't consider myself bisexual. So I'm just sort of looking for some kind of flirty chemistry with her. Something that's, I'm really more interested in her than I am in him per se, because I know what men are about. And if I'm going to get naked, and basically have sex with a woman there while with her partner and me and everybody's, we're all doing things. I want the connection with her really more than him, because I'm curious about that. I don't know what women are all about sexually. I know what men are all about sexually, but this, the female thing is kind of a new frontier. And I just suspect it'll be a lot of like, I don't know, her and I playing. I don't know that I really want to like go down on her. I really don't want to go down on her. But I don't know how you guys do it.
I was gonna say, that's
bless you for that. But it's probably the same reason like you guys don't want to suck a dick, but you definitely want yours sucked. So I feel like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's interesting because you mentioned you're not bisexual, but
no,
you really don't want to go down on her. But I mean, if it came down to that, Layla, I mean, would you consider it? I mean, would this be a first for you too as well, or?
That would be a first for me. Yeah, I've never had any sort of sexual interaction with a woman. I mean, past, like when you're in 5th grade or 4th grade, maybe practicing kissing on one of your friends, but that's been a while. So nothing actual, nothing sexual, real true sexual in nature with a woman.
Well, I mean, just think of it now. I mean, it may lead into something exotic, something that you've never thought of, and it might go into a situation where you might want more of it. It might be that hidden desire that you've been looking for years. You know what I mean?
It could be. I don't. I mean, that's the fun part about exploring sexually. I learned a long time ago that sometimes it's things you never expected, you never saw coming, and then you stumble on it, and it just opens up a whole new world for you. And that has been my experience this whole entire way. Just my sexuality just keeps expanding and expanding and expanding. So I'm totally open-minded, but I can just tell you right now, I don't look across the room at a woman and go, oh my God, like what does she taste like? I want to rip her clothes off. Like, I've never had that. I've never had that. I have with a guy. I've been like, oh my God, I have to have him right now. So it would be exciting if that happened, then it's just my sexuality getting more expansive.
Yeah. It's the next chapter for Layla London. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah. So you've been trying out some new dating apps, and obviously you're looking for like these friends with benefits. And I mean, speaking of friends with benefits, have you ever had a friend with benefits like earlier before you started the podcasting and maybe possibly going into, high school years or college years at all? Or
Yeah, I've always been real, I guess, open-minded in the sense that even when it wasn't super popular, I was enjoying having casual relationships. I didn't always have to be, it wasn't that girl that had to have a boyfriend or, I liked having a lot of suitors. I think for women, it's good when you have a lot of guys that are after you, because then you never get hyper fixated. You don't fall into that, stalker mode. There's just a lot of things that, can go sideways when you're just hyper focused on one person. So, yeah, I've always been open to having different partners, and it was okay if they had different partners too.
yeah. Yeah, I've been the same way, especially in my past, my early 20s. I've had a lot of fucking friends with benefits type of scenarios. Some worked out, some didn't, and you kind of explore your horizons as you get older. Usually you seem to only want one partner when you get older, it seems. But hey, sometimes we like to, live young, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah, do you think that's, you want one partner? Do you think
awesome.
It's when you get older, you want just one partner? I feel like I see people that have locked themselves into one partner now. They're like, fuck, like they're totally not compatible sexually. They never, they got married young. They really didn't know. They didn't do a lot of exploring. They don't know what really turns them on, except they know that the fact that their partner doesn't want to have sex with them anymore is not working for them. And, and they're kind of like, shit, now I'm stuck.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell you that. Yeah. I mean, I've had some very, very recently, actually in the last week here, I was up in Georgia, and there was this neighbor for years that lived next to my aunt's up in northern Georgia, where I just basically came from. And I mean, she's close in age to me, I think she's like maybe 6 or 7 years younger than me. And for years we thought about, having something, and we actually tried it out, like in the last week. And she's like, I never knew you were coming up here. I was like, yeah, it was last minute, and she's like, well, what are you doing now? And I'm like, well, we're about to eat dinner and everything. And I mean, the way she was talking, it seemed like, like, well, what are you doing now? It's like, oh God. Are we 20 or are we close to 40? The type of conversation we were having, it was turning into like the giggle, chuckle type of conversation you would have when you were, 18 or 20 years old. So to make a long story short, we decided to do a little quickie in her backyard, which I highly suggest if you're going to do something quick like that, make it quick, because especially the temperatures.
Oh,
where I was, Layla.
Yeah, I was going to say, wait a minute, you said it was
degrees.
Oh, Jesus. Well, she's adventurous then, because I would have been like, hell, the one thing I do not want to be is cold.
Yeah, well, it wasn't the greatest experience. I mean, this is up in the northern Georgia mountains, and there was some snow present there, and I mean, I'm fucking her like right over the snow. And I mean, she was into it, she was like, oh yeah, this feels good.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's fucking freezing to me. I mean,
yeah.
But, we had fun. Yeah.
So what happened after that?
Oh, well, hang on, Layla. Joseph, you got to leave here. I'm running. 1 second, Layla.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
all right, Instagram me when you're ready.
All right, bud. Sorry about that, Layla.
That's all right.
He's early.
Okay.
But,
he's raring to go.
So, yeah, I'm ready. He's ready to go. So, Shaky, yeah, we next time tell them the timestamp. God damn it. So anyway, so where was I? Oh, with the snow.
The snow.
Yeah.
You're having you're having your quickie in
yeah.
the snow. I'm wondering, like, well, so what happened after that? Are you guys chatting? You sexting? Is there something more gonna happen?
She was wanting more, and I was like, you have to bear with me. The snow is cold. I'm barely getting a fucking hard on here.
Yeah.
I mean, it was difficult, and it's not like me. It's not like me, Layla, because I mean, usually, I mean, even my age right now, 40 years old, it doesn't take me long to get hard and everything. And I don't know. It just wasn't, one of those situations where you're into it, but you really aren't into it. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, is it done yet? Yeah. That was one of those situations.
Oh no. She's not your pussy type.
She's not my what? My pussy type?
She's not your pussy type. You may be.
She was definitely my pussy. Yeah, she was definitely my pussy type.
Savaged Unfiltered.
The pussy was great. Don't get me wrong, but it was the environment. It was the elements that were surrounding us that was just disturbing me, so to speak.
Yeah, but
and
I mean, are you going back for more? It sounds like you're not interested in continuing this with her.
Oh, no. I want to continue it with her, but I
okay.
mean, pick a better fucking environment, So, Sash, you got to give me a couple more minutes. Shaky's giving the damn invites too early. You got to, get out, man, and I'll see you in a little bit, buddy. Damn it, man.
What is happening? I'm being gangbanged.
I'm telling you, you're getting getting gangbanged on all angles.
I'm getting my male, female, and then actually that was male, female.
Yeah. You're fucking. They're fucking hitting you on the right, the left. I mean,
that's
Jesus
on my
Christ.
sex bucket list too. Looks like I might be scratching that off sooner than I thought.
So, what I'm saying, Layla, is, she was my type, but the environment just sucked. It just, I told her after it, I'm like, listen, it's not your pussy. It's not your body. You definitely have a great body. Definitely enjoyed, what we had to an extent. It's just the environment. I'm an environment guy, Layla. I know that might sound like kind of like fruity or, like girly man type thing, but if I'm going to fuck somebody, I want to fuck them in somewhat of an environment that I like being around,
Yeah. You like the right ambiance.
Yeah. I like, maybe candlelight, moonlight, stuff like that.
A real date, kind of like. It's not just about the fucking.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you want a real date.
Pretty much. Yeah. I mean, if I'm gonna fuck you, I want it to be fucking magical. I want you to be like, I'm coming back to that guy because of where we fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, he fucks me really good. I mean, we usually go to the fucking Hilton, or we go somewhere really, really nice. We don't go to a fucking warehouse or nothing like that.
You don't go to a 2-star motel.
No, I don't go to no fucking Motel 6. Why? Do you go to the Motel 6s?
I try not to, but I have been to one or two. I won't lie. Because, sometimes these guys are younger and that's all they can afford, I guess. They just they pick the hotel. I'm like, I'm not paying for it. You pick if you can't host me at your home, then, I guess you got to take me to a hotel.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way it is. So since we're on this topic here, Layla, what is your go-to environment? I mean, do you have an environment where you like to, go with a guy, I guess?
I mean, now I'm pretty open. I mean, I obviously the first time or the first few times It's better when you're in an established place, right? So with a bed, a room, the normal creature comforts that you'd like to have when you're having sex. I want my sex toys. I want, outlets so I can plug them in if I need to, just whatever. But so I can see why the outside environment wouldn't be my first choice for the first time, but it could be fun. But generally speaking, yeah, I mean, I like being at someone's home or in a hotel. And then as we move forward and do more stuff, the spontaneous outdoorsy or stuff at sex clubs, that kind of comes later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get what you're saying about the environment for sure.
So you mentioned sex toys. Does that usually come in the beginning, or is that like throughout the entire thing?
Using the toys the whole time, or just in the beginning?
Yeah, do you use them the whole time, or are you just like, is that just something like to get you stimulated at first, and
it depends.
Usually
that depends. It depends on kind of what we're doing, what kind of a sex session we're having, how vigorous it is, what my mood is, what their mood is, and it's a variety of things that will sort of dictate that. But generally I come packing. I mean, if I show up, I have this black Lululemon backpack that I stuff, whatever sex toys I want to bring with me. And I always have those available, lube, condoms, sex toys, all that good stuff.
So tell me, what's your favorite sex toy? What's Layla's favorite sex toy? Like, what do you like using?
Lately, I've really been into my butt plug, just always, using that. It just makes everything nice and tight and snug. And it puts enough pressure on, the head of a guy's dick that it really grazes my G-spot nicely when I have that butt plug in. So.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So wow. Okay. So my next question is here. Oh boy. I mean, now it's getting really interesting here, because I really love to know the ins and outs of Miss London here, folks. So like, are you more of like, say, the sex wise, are you more of like, do you like it up the rear, or do you pretty much like it regular missionary style?
When you say up the rear, that to me says anal sex.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know how else to describe it. Yeah, I mean, do you like getting fucked up the ass, or do you like, getting fucked in your pussy? I mean,
both.
Which do you prefer?
I like
both.
I mean,
wow, okay.
But I probably prefer, I probably prefer my pussy. It's just more sensitive to me. I can come easier that way. But
oh wow, okay.
I mean, just depends on it. For me, the anal sex depends on who's giving it, because there's just some guys that, boy, when they fuck you anal, it's like, whew, it's just good. It's really, really good. And then other times it's just a little more fun and playful, but some guys, I don't know, they do anal really well.
Well, I could tell you, I like it both. I like to pleasure a woman either from the rear or from the front. I prefer the rear, but it's very hard to find. It's very hard to find a woman that likes that. Like a lot of women I've noticed, maybe it's just the women I'm meeting, but a lot of women, even my exes, they were like, "Oh, you're not fucking me in the ass." That's no.
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know. You know what the best is? This is the best. Maybe because they still need something in their pussy. So what you need to do is, if you're fucking them in the ass, you got to stick your fingers in their pussy and be stimulating their G-spot while you're fucking their ass, or make sure that they're getting enough stimulation somewhere in their pussy, whether it's their G-spot or their clit. That makes it feel better. They'll like it more.
Really, I'm gonna have to keep that into consideration.
Take a note. Oh yeah.
Taking notes as we speak. Yeah. I'm getting a little sexual education here from Layla London's classroom here.
Oh my gosh, education. I could give you the tips. I have a ton of them, but definitely that for sure, because that feels, oh my gosh, when you're getting fucked in the ass and you have fingers inside your pussy, and then you're also using some, a vibrator on your clit. Holy, oh my God.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing,
so
Layla.
amazing.
Maybe I was thinking it was the size. Because a lot of women, they may be into that, but they may not understand, or they may not know how to address it to the guy. Like, oh, you have a big dick, and I'm not really into guys with big dicks sticking that up my ass.
Who's not into guys with
big
dicks? Like, that sounds like an oxymoron right there. Who the hell would say that? I'm
What?
not into big dicks.
No. You know what I mean. Like, it's okay for the front, but obviously the back. I mean, we're talking about the back. I mean, it's a lot more sensitive, I guess.
Yes. You have to use the right lube, and you also, that's why butt plugs are great, because they'll get you relaxed back there. Yeah, you don't want to just, I mean, it's not something you just surprise someone with, and especially if you do have a big dick. You want to know it's coming. You want to know that you've got the right lube, that you've also been, if you put a butt plug in ahead of time, it relaxes you and makes it easier if you are trying to get a big dick in there. So that might be your problem.
Well, it is.
They need
girthy
a little
and lengthy.
Yeah, they need a little more. They need their anus warmed up a little bit before you just go for the gusto.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, I would show, but obviously this is going to be on Spotify, and I don't want to get kicked off. So, You know what I mean? God, to be like, we're getting rid of him. No, anyway. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, trust me, I love anal. I really do. It's just it's hard to find people that are into that same scenario. You find a lot of women like that. Maybe that's just my personal opinion. I don't know.
I think I know a lot of. Maybe you just are missing out on where the freaks are. I don't know. I think there's a lot of women that love anal.
Why, are you a freak, Layla? Well, it sounds like you are.
I guess if you're talking about someone that's just real sexually adventurous, then maybe if that makes me a freak, I guess so. But
she's a super freak.
Feel like there's
super
so much
freak.
to
She's super
explore
freaky.
sexually, and so many different angles and ways and scenarios that you could never run out of options. And it's just a limitless pool of fun. So
Well,
I'm stuck with it.
Yes, I mean, just listening to you, I mean, definitely. Anyways, Layla, it was great. It was great talking with you, and I think we got into a little bit more depth on this part 2 here with you, and we learned a lot actually about. I learned a lot. I was taking notes actually.
All right.
Yeah. So for some of my listeners that may want to find you, where can they find you at, Layla?
Yeah, it's really easy. I just tell everyone to go to my website, curiousdiaries.com, because from there you can go anywhere. You can link to all the places that the podcast is syndicated. You can leave me a voicemail, which is one of my favorite things to do. I get back to everybody personally off of my website there. You can just click on the pink tab on the right-hand side, and you have 5 minutes. I get back to everybody, and we can talk about whatever you want. Or scroll down to the bottom of my homepage there, and there's the links to all my social media. And I also have a private podcast where I get kind of even more in depth on all the stuff I talked about on the public podcast.
That sounds very titillating. Anyway, guys, you just heard the host of her show, The Curious Girl Diaries, Miss Layla London. Alrighty, well, thank you very much for being part of Savaged Unfiltered, and you have a great day, Layla.
All right, thanks. You too. Bye.